Hello there, fellow wanderers of the fields. Starless Plains here, and welcome back to another episode of The Letter. And now we finally discovered that there's one person, Rose, for some reason, got murdered, probably, from the so-called Anselm Butcher, as what I've been reminded from Ashton in the beginning of this game. When he mentions that he was doing a case about it. So, I wonder how Isabella is gonna be comprehended about the situation, even though we already know just a little bit of it when she saw the news of it. But let's hope nothing crazy will happen. Right. A buzzing sensation jolts me awake. My body still wants to sleep, to forget what I heard, what I saw last night. Well, before I can move further, I might as well check on the journal. Let's see. It's already done. Oh wait, next. Alright. After a pleasant lunch with Zachary Steele and Rebecca Gills, Isabella Santos received an urgent phone call from Rose Cooper asking her to meet with the Wright's interior designer. Left with no choice, she hurried back to the BRC, but on her way, in one of the shops she passed by, a familiar smile greeted her. Master Frey reminded Isabella Santos of her meetings with Professor Andrew Clark tomorrow, a respected professor with a doctorate degree in sociology. As a former researcher socializing in ethnography, and psychology, Ashton assures that his friend can help with her worries regarding the mansion's rumors. Well, that's done. Let's see, Professor Clark, Isabella Santos met up at a coffee shop to discuss the rumors surrounding the mansion. The professor warned the young woman not to take anything at face value. Before parting ways at the park, Ashton gave Isabella the charm that supposedly wards off evil to help her mind at ease. And while looking after a lost cat, Isabella met the interior designer, Marianne McCullough, by chance. She also happened to be the cat's owner. The two were seen having small talk before Isabella abruptly left. And news broke of Rose Cooper being found dead in her flat the evening before. The authority classified the crime as homicide, possibly linked to the notorious Anselm Butcher, a mysterious serial killer that had committed brutal murders over the years and left their bodies with the signature phrase, "Help me." Guess that's it then. And let's check the relationships. Let's see. Oh boy. Ashton's up, Marianne is down there. Sheesh. I guess I'm not in good terms with Marianne right now. Ashton, I am. Zachary, I am. Rebecca, just a little bit. Hannah and Luke is very neutral, but I'd much rather be in good terms with Zachary over here than Ashton, knowing him. Alright. Enough rambling, let's continue. But it's there, nudging, prodding at me. Slowly, I became aware of how awkward my position is, and the aches that accompany sleeping in a curled-up position the night before. Even if I slept at all. The memories are impossible to forget now that Rose is gone. They say it's easier when you say it out loud. Instead, the words weigh heavier on me each time. She's gone. Gone because of me. Gone because of one letter I was too curious to look at. Should have been more careful. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I could have destroyed it before anyone else had gotten involved. I should have... The notification light on my laptop blinks insistently. Mockingly, then I look at it, as if it's calling me back to a sense of normalcy. Normalcy. Sound almost reminds me of that one sound that I used to have when me and my family had a Windows 98 kind of a computer. My God, that was very old. I mean, it was the sound when it was just like open up like a program or something. But anyway, I'm just too much trolling. Check it nevertheless, out of habit more than anything. To all BRC employees, in light of the recent events, Why did it say that? There will be an all-staff emergency meeting from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Attendance is a must. Company changes, new hierarchy, I'm having a hard time trying to pronounce, and policies will all be discussed during the meeting. Everyone is expected to bring a copy of their attendance logs and sales report for the next 6 months to be submitted to your respective managers for review. We are expecting everyone's cooperation. Thank you, Joanne Alice Schultz, BRC HR Manager. If this is one of those typical days, I'd happily apply and get myself into our office. Today my limbs just feel heavy. On one hand, going will keep me busy, take my mind elsewhere. On the other hand, the place in itself is a stark reminder of of what my own fears have cost me. Excuse me. It's like something is in my throat. I should just go to work, stay home. Yeah, what should I do? Should I stay home and try to forget everything that has been happening throughout the day, or just go to work and... You know what? I have a job and all that, and I know if there would be a meeting over at a job, I would actually go to work and be there. Story updated. Moping won't get me anywhere. This is just like one of those things, isn't it? You deal with it with a smile, no matter how bad things get, and hope for the best. Although my whole body feels like lead and my limbs are sore, I push myself away from the chair and head for the shower. The letter dropped on the floor last night flutters open as I pass by, unfolding for no one else but me to see. All because of that fucking damn letter. Every word written on it glares back at me. They sneer. They ridicule. Like living beings fully aware of what they've done. With a huff, I pick it up and shove it into my bag, perhaps with more anger and frustration than I'm used to showing. This too, I'll deal with. Somehow I'll find a way and make things right. I have to. Before it takes more people from me. Even if I must do it on my own. At the office right now. Papers rustling, telephones ringing, feet scuffling. Overall, today looks like a typical working day at Briar Reality Corporation. Except it isn't. The air is thick with tension and unspoken questions. No doubt anyone present has already heard about Rose. If they missed last night's report, they likely see it in the morning news, in the papers, or on various news sites on the internet. Everywhere is a bitter reminder. In fact, everyone's given me a wide berth, as though the mere mention of Rose would be enough to trigger something in me. It's appreciated, but it only serves to create a bigger hole in the place Rose has left. After lunch, my boss calls for a meeting. I don't have to look up from my work to know what it is about. He's in a strange, pensive mood today, probably out of respect for a dead colleague. Oddly, I appreciate more if he's just shouting at me today. Anything is better.
I'm sure you've all heard of what happened to Miss Cooper. She was a valued member of our team and she will be missed. There's no date for a funeral, yet, but those who wish to attend, kindly speak with your respective supervisors. By the way, has anyone heard about our still AWOL staff?
Wait a minute. Still AWOL staff? For some reason, I'm having a hunch about this. I don't know why, but I don't know if this will actually be the real reason, or probably not. Oh, hey, look at there! Look at the corner right over here! It shows the company's logo and the yin-yang over here. That's so cool. Oh yeah, it looks like that one robot over there and that one desk to the right. Looks like one from what's it called? Voltron, I believe? Even though I never seen it, but yeah. But anyway, back to this. I may have a hunch about the AWOL staff, but I don't know. I think it might be correct, but I don't know. But I'm not gonna say it just for the sake of it and all that.
None? HR, you know what to do. Santos, a word in my office.
Oh, this is not good. At the end of it, I've been given the entirety of Rose's workload, including finalizing the rights papers, and have been promised an ample compensation for my effort. I think he expected me to be happy about it. Instead, I immerse myself in my work. I have to. Anyways, if I want to forget. Huh. I got an achievement unlock of Employee of the Month. Huh. I'll check this out later. Time flies when you do, and by the time I give notice, it's already late. Everyone's already gone, leaving me in the company of a radio and a member of our janitorial staff. I don't even know his name. Rose likely does. She remembers people easily like that.
The Luxbon Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
The radio blares one name after another. Hold on a second. Missing? Aren't they? Still, I have to check. Frantic, I turn back to my desktop. The laptop in my fingers against the keys filled the office for the better part of my shift as I looked through everything. The background about the place, its history from the current owners, and the list of employees hired on their BRC. And I'm right. Of course, I am. BRC may have not a lot of staff. They may have a lot of agents hired, but I remember those names anywhere. After all, they're also part of the crew who worked with us in preparing the mansion for the open house. Then the letters... No, that can't be. I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is...
Something snaps into place in the friction of a moment. Those people... Rose. The letter.
I need to... No. If it's like this, they still won't believe me. I have to make sure of it first.
I have to agree. Evidence doesn't lie. That's what Ash often says, right? If I have proof, then maybe... I don't want to get my hopes up yet. Maybe there's still a way I could save them. The letter, my phone, papers, anything that will be useful. I'll grab all of them and stuff them in my bag. I can't stay here. There's something I need to do. There's something those people should... The noise cuts sharply through the room, stopping my hand short of cramming a pen into my bag.
Hello? Anyone there?
That doesn't sound good. Someone must have left their printer open again. I may be in a hurry, but if I don't turn it off, another person will certainly go and have a fit tomorrow over wasted company resources. Yeah. Most of the time, when it's Rose who does the nagging, but... The clicking of my pen in my hand is a welcome distraction as I search for the said object. Each stride my feet takes note also echoed throughout the empty workplace. I've lost sight of the janitor minutes ago, and with me being the only one left, the tapping of my foot against the one floor is something I soon learned to appreciate. It doesn't take me long to find it. By the time I turn it off, pipe pages are already strewn about on the ground, the paper tray having almost been left ajar. Sighing, I picked each of it up to put someplace proper. But the page that greeted me next makes my blood run cold. I'm having a funny feeling this will turn bad. Uh-oh. The chill that makes it way up my spine is as numbing as the day in the attic. The sheets crinkle under my tense grip. All I can hear is my breathing as it rasps through my gritted teeth. But before I can even gather myself, I take the first steps out of here. Total darkness suddenly envelops me. This is not good, this is not good. And as if hearing everything horrid through running inside my head right now, something snaps. A soft creaking, granting through the thin veil of stillness that has descended on the room. Every muscle, every bone in my body goes rigid at the sound. Familiar. So familiar now. Yet, my own treacherous curiosity still presses me to take a careful peek over the cubicle's wall. It's her. Standing in the only exit of the office, albeit facing away from me. She doesn't even turn around me to know its name, misshapen face, tattered clothes, and unsightly gait. The same person in the attic. I take a step back. The pen I'm holding slips from my hand and... Oh, fuck. This is not good. Her entire head turns. A scream almost escaped my mouth, and I duck under my table as quickly as I can. My heart is pounding hard against my chest. I can hear the bone-chilling sounds of her walk, the weird clicking that follows her, and telltale squelch of something wet as she walks towards me. Nearer and nearer. The sounds are slowly getting louder. The only thing keeping the whimper from escaping me is the hand as it covers my mouth. Someone please save me. Anyone. I close my eyes, muttering a continuous stream of prayers, all while attempting to steady my own breathing. Please, please don't let her hear me. Shit, shit, shit. Shit, 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 this is not good, this is not good. Fuck! Necrotic paralysis. Fuck. That was... oh. Isabella?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
Please, Isabella, don't go.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Amen. Then the last lines of my prayer had left me. All that remains is a hush. No one of her footsteps, nor those chilling sounds she makes. Only silence. Is it safe? I'm having a funny feeling it's not. Another second passes, and then nothing comes. The fuck? The fuck is that? Ah! Fuck. Wait, do I have to continue? From where I left off? Wait, did I skip it? I skipped it by using tab. Can't stop, won't stop. The seconds, minutes stretched out before me antagonizingly. Is she gone? Slowly, I open my eyes to take a peek. Holy fuck. I don't dare move or make a noise. In the face of such terror, I can only beg, let out silent pleas to whoever is out there. Please, please don't let her notice. I want to live. Is that it? Oh, what's gonna happen to Isabella? Well, it seems like I took a shift in, seems like I took a shift in, perspective and all that. Now I'm in Hannah. But first, let me check the journal. Isabella Santos drowned herself in the work the whole day to forget about the devastating news of her mentor's death. However, she ended up stumbling upon the mysterious disappearance of her other colleagues, and then she just realized something important. Now... she's a Tauros. Religion, Angelican. Relationships. Am I done with Isabella right now? I guess I'm going down the line right now. Right now, I'm... Looks like I'm Hannah right now. And her perspective and all that. Alright. Alright. It is far too easy to get them to pay attention. Enraptured. They hang on to onto my every word and follow my every move. All of it would have been stifling had I not grown used to such stares. Most are respectful, some are hostile, if we are honest. And a few are downright inappropriate. After all, I am...
Kinda right.
Oy vey. There's a moment of agitation as a familiar but less than welcome face approaches me with a suggestive smirk on his face. Of course, I had to keep a benevolent smile and greet him as I greeted my good friend. After all, this man can turn heads, being famous in his own right.
Officer Lee, what a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd have the time to attend tonight's party.
He's more like Luke's friend than mine, really, and I'm quite sure I only invited his wife. Much like I am only friends with the Chief Inspector because of Luke, Luke is only friends with Rochelle because of me. Unlike how I treated Lee, however, Luke never hid his animosity for the Lee matriarch. It was an odd sort of friendship where we would have awkward double dates. I don't even recall his first name. I know it started with an N, I think. I might be wrong. Aside from being Chief Inspector of Luxbourne Police, his wife, Rochelle Lee Nee Vance, owns a general electronics company, fridges and freezers mostly.
Oh, I always have time for my favourite socialite couple. Might I say, you look positively ravishing tonight.
Really?
I see the husband isn't with you.
Yeah, fuck you, you fucking pig. The way he eyes me is enough to make my skin crawl. I couldn't agree more, Marianne. I just wish Luke is here to fend off the more unseemly of our peers. You know the ones. Men who are just a bit too friendly, staring too long at my assets, quote unquote, and getting close just because my husband is not here. And to think they have the gall to do this at my own party. In my own house, if I might add. But, like any high society women worth her salt, I know how to handle it with grace and dignity.
I suppose you are looking pleasant as well. Luke's busy with work, unfortunately. Rochelle isn't here?
A shame. I do hope he isn't causing you much trouble. That husband of yours can be a bit daft sometimes, acting like he's still some young bachelor.
Blah, 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 blah.
The wife sends her regards and her apologies, but something came up with her doctor and she needed to attend to it. You know her, being pregnant and all.
Oh, his wife is pregnant? We make small talk. Rather, I'm forced to do so, as he would not leave my side after finding his place there. Much to my chagrin, whatever that is, I think. I've been extricated from the few who flocked in hopes of flattering, for I can tolerate them far beyond than Lee. He is a nice enough person, and I adore his wife, who is obviously the brains behind the two. But there is something unsettling about him. I do not trust him, as much as I want to. He regaled to me tales of the Luxbourne Police Department, a different affair to the usual gossip I am privy to. And though I loathe to admit it, it's interesting nonetheless. I expect the top of the business to die out quickly, which would be understandable enough due to the confidential nature of his work. But, oh boy, was I wrong.
So, wearing civvies, I steal and drive off with one of the police mobiles, right? In the mirror, I see the new tank chasing on foot and screaming about theft.
Really? How can you fucking do that with one of your trainees like that? That's basically disrespectful to the workplace and what's it word? Unprofessional. That's what it is. Unprofessional. I don't know, that's my opinion.
The look on his face was priceless when I parked it in the garage.
Oh my. You made him chase you all the way home for a prank. What did Rochelle have to say about that?
Rochelle has a strange love and hate affair with Lee. He's a married man who did not grow up past his early 20s, judged by the way he acts. Surprisingly enough, they've been married for a good 20 years. A lifetime, if you compare it to my marriage of 7 years with Luke. I, on the other hand, well, Luke is not Lee. I should be happy about that, I suppose. Although, our darling did not have his moments.
Hey, the wife pulled my ear and gave me a good talking to, though. Besides, we live in a flat a block away, so it wasn't much of a grand chase.
Weren't you living in a house near the countryside?
Moved for work, you know. Or you probably don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah, something's iffy about him.
But a flat in downtown? I suppose if that's what you like.
Oh, it's horrid. Hate that tiny place, no matter how convenient it can be for work. 55 square yards are not enough when you need to get away from the wife.
Really?
I wouldn't mind a place away from the city. Even started looking at the ads. I spied an interesting lot, actually. Heard it was finally put up for sale. Or that something mansion, you know the one with all the ghost stories.
Well, too bad. The rights already got it. I know what he's talking about. There are really only a few urban legends around there. It's...
The Ermagood Mansion?
That's the one. Worthy of a king it is. I'd buy it myself, but Rochelle would only gripe if I brought it up to her.
Oh, how about this? No!
Not to mention all the expenses a place like that will be a real fixer-upper. You also have to find someone willing to work there with how superstitious people can be.
If it becomes a problem, just hire someone to do an exorcism.
Actually, I do know of someone who could be up to the task. You remember the Ludgates party at their Christchurch summer residence?
Of course. It was an excellent soiree. Everything was so classy, too. Such good taste.
Oh, that place was a pigsty until they hired out this interior designer and they turned it into a bloody palace. She worked for the Exodus for their apartment in Soho too, and they recommended her when we were looking up pieces for our beach house in Porto Colom. I think I have a business card, right? No, I must have left it in my other jacket. Anyway, she's called, what's her name? McCullough.
Marianne McCullough.
I believe, yes.
Wait. Wait a minute. Does that take place before, everything else happened? Oh. So what I'm getting is that this just take place before, all this nonsense about the mansion, the letter, and everything that happened beforehand. And of course, around this time, what's her name? Hannah. Sorry, I keep on forgetting what the name is. Hannah. I don't think Hannah has known Marianne around this setting. So this probably takes place a day or two, or probably hours and hours before the events of the mansion happened. I might be correct on this.
But truly, if anyone were to get that place in McCullough, well, they'd be the envy and the talk of the town.
Well, if you put it that way, I might just snatch it up for myself. This place was starting to feel a bit small lately anyway.
Sure, a 3-story penthouse might not fit the definition of small for some people. Okay, maybe a lot of people. But it isn't big enough to have grand parties in it. As it is, I only invited about 30 people in this one, and it already feels cramped in here. It certainly would be nice if I don't have to ride an elevator up and down several floors before I can get anywhere as well. All Luke's words, and not mine. Besides, I have been looking for a good anniversary gift. Luke might like this one. Where is he anyway? Who's he? Luke is dressed in the nines, as he usually is, and looks ready for whatever the day will throw at him. His butler and valet wait at his side, just in case he isn't as ready as he looks. Oh, sure, that is normal. Well, to them, that is. What is confusing me is the fact that he is on his way out of the penthouse, considering we don't have anywhere to go until much later.
Where are you going?
I am to attend the Triad Autumn Tasting. I do believe I informed you of this 2 weeks ago.
Yes. And might I remind you that I had stricken that off your schedule? Because 1, the doctor told you to stop consuming so much alcohol. And 2, I informed you a few days ago about the open house we are going to attend in its place. I've even found this marvelous interior designer, Marianne McCullough.
It's a 3.5-hour drive to Cardiff. I don't have time for this. This is like that little party you threw all over again. You don't inform me of it, and you expect me to stay and be a gracious host when I have business elsewhere.
Sounds like their marriage isn't all that great.
You know how I operate, Hana. Unless this was penciled in, I am sticking to my schedule.
If I may intrude, the madam is correct. Your physician did insist you moderate your drinking, unless you wish to incur acute pancreatitis. And you did have this open house penciled in last Wednesday morning.
Sounds either Dutch or German or something like that. I was like, and of course his name is probably Johannes.
Bullocks, I don't remember doing so.
Well, you did. While very hungover, in fact.
He did. Moaned about me being too loud, and gave it after some pushing. Perhaps it was a bit too cruel and manipulative of me, but...
Whose side are you on?
Come on, Luke. You promised we'd do whatever I want this weekend.
Gordon Bennett, fine. I am giving this house tour of yours a chance. But if it proves to be a waste of time, I am going to Cardiff, and you are going to take a cab home.
Ouch.
Are we clear?
Sounds like he's too... What's the word? Consumed with himself and his own needs and all that. It's just a bit of a husband and wife tit for tat, isn't it? All couples have their arguments. Once the honeymoon phase is over, as they seem to call it, reality sets in and you and your partner might not always see eye to eye. Well, for one, I am married, even though me and my husband have sometimes pulled in a few arguments and all that, but we always settle things in a nice calm tone, a nice conversation and all that, and make sure everything's making sure everything is balanced. But he and I would always... We always see each other's backs and all that. I mean, sheesh. Marriage, for better, for worse, sickness and health, rich and poor until death do you part. I mean, oh, that's what marriage is all about, right? I mean, marriage is about being in a team and all. And unless you're not in a team and not working to work together and all things, then what's the point? Seems like it's the same situation with Luke and Hannah. Feel sorry for Hannah. Perhaps it has been the years. 7 of them is not working to scoff at.
I just cannot bloody believe I agreed to this. I was really looking forward to the triad tasting.
You're thinking of your fucking self! Though sometimes, I think it's something a bit more than just simple disagreements, and I have to stop myself from wondering where we went wrong.
There's always the Triad Christmas tasting in Manchester next month, and that'll only be an hour-and-a-half drive.
Have I been neglectful? Have I offended? Have I acted shamefully?
Yes, but Cardiff...
Certainly, any problems can be discussed, as long as he doesn't turn me away.
Well, there goes my good mood.
Oh, fuck you, Luke.
Are you happy now, Hana?
Why must you treat me this way? Hannah, you gotta defend yourself.
Yes, I am very happy, Luke. Because for once in a very long time, we are doing what I want.
Exactly, Hannah. You gotta stand up for yourself.
I'm ecstatic. Understood? And this would be perfect if you stop acting like a child who needs their nappy changed. We will be leaving after lunch for the Ermengarde mansion. You are going to park your rear in the car and keep mum. And you are going to behave during the tour.
Needless to say, Luke looks a bit shocked at my outburst. He opened his mouth. He opened and closed his mouth a few times, struggling to reply, before he crosses his arms to look like, well, a moping child.
Any more rules for this little excursion of yours, Your Highness?
Fuck you, Luke.
No wine.
No wine? Unacceptable! I am already not allowed to the tasting, and you would deprive me of that simple pleasure?
Think about your fucking acute pancreatitis, as what Johann said? Are you that stupid?
If I see you take one sip today, I will put the stocks under lock and key. Do you understand me?
Don't forget the bottles he keeps in his dresser.
Oh, you big cat.
Who said you won?
How many times in one day can you ask that?
Exactly.
As many times as I need you, traitor.
Good job, Hannah. Good job. Alright, let's see the journal. Alright. Hannah writes through a party in the penthouse in the cache. The city's most powerful were seen, including Chief Inspector Harvey Lee of the Luxbourne Police Department. From him, the socialite heard of the Armored Guard Mansion's upcoming open house, and of the interior designer, Marianne McCullough. And let's see the relationships. Ooh, looks like my relationship with Luke has risen up a bit. Nice. It was halfway, though. And look where it's up now, right now. Of course, I wouldn't say with Isabella. I hope she's alright. Alright. Let's keep going. The ride to the mansion is quiet, with Luke having stared out the window the entire way, not paying attention to anything around him. Meanwhile, I am conflicted. I don't know if I should apologize for changing his plans like that. But by the time we arrive at the mansion, I could see his lights lit up in genuine interest. Apologizing is the last thing in my mind. There it is, the Ermengar Mansion, where we last went to before the whole ordeal with the letter is. Actually, October 21st, this actually happened with the letter and all that. Maybe the same day or probably the day after? I don't know. The whole affair with the Ermengar Mansion is certainly an interesting experience. The place had been renovated and restored by the owners to what they claim to be acceptable standards. The mansion itself looks like something befitting a fairy tale or a period piece. It is tastefully decorated and, with a little bit of love and attention, I'm sure it can be a place Luke and I can call home. And the number of other prospective buyers that have come from the powerful wealthy of Luxbourne certainly did not disappoint, marking the estate as prime property. The Lees are amongst the group who went with the Rose Woman, and I saw a few other notable faces, though I do not really feel like mingling. Unfortunately for every one of them, the Wrights are interested in buying. Hey, wait a minute. Isabella! What's been bugging my mind? However, is that Isabel? Isabel? What is her problem? So that's what she looks like from everybody else's point of view. I still don't quite understand what is happening. One moment, she's scrambling to give us the paperwork to finalize the sale. Then, she's panicking over some sort of prank letter or another. The second thing in my mind is how touchy my darling husband is being towards the poor dear. I cannot even plaster a smile on my face, a horrid scowl taking its place. There is no way I can pretend nothing is wrong as I hum.
And I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling.
He's quick enough to detract his hands, which is all that the girl needs to, well, for lack of a better word, escape.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
Oh, Isabella looks pretty like that. Her partner follows, shouting after her without hesitation. There's an awkward air among us as we are left in the wake of whatever that was. The others murmur and gossip with each other, speaking of the poor, daft girl, and telling the tale to whoever was not audience in the act in the first place. It doesn't take long for the woman Rose to return and pull us aside from the study for what I rightfully assume is damage control. Really? Damage control? Rose invites Marianne in too, hoping to apologize to her as well. But the woman refuses, saying she's not one of her clients anyway. That leaves myself, Rose, and Luke. That the last all too eager to make himself comfortable in a study he's no doubt already claimed as his own.
I can't apologize enough about what just happened. Please forgive Isabella. She's been under a lot of pressure lately. She's young and all those rumors about this being haunted just got to her head.
Really?
And it must be this terrible heat too. Not a drop of rain for days now.
Yeah, just you wait until you get murdered. Unfortunately.
Oh, it's fine. The poor girl must feel so embarrassed about what she just did.
Really, Hannah, really?
But I say, let bygones be bygones. After all, she's only a child.
I take back what Hannah says.
She looked, what, 19?
I shoot Luke an accusing look at these words. After all, he tried flirting with the girl. The nerve of him. And not only that Isabel girl, but also Marianne and Rose too. What kind of husband would think that it's even a remotely good idea to make moves on 3 different women while his wife stands there? I know, right? I mean, there must be something up with Luke. Did he drink while I wasn't looking?
She's a bit older than that. But again, I apologize. And if there's any way I can make up for what just happened, just...
I know what you can do. Be a darling flower and get us one of those bottles you plan to serve.
Oh, fuck no, Luke!
Pop it open.
We were planning on serving some champagne. I can get that.
No, Rose, don't listen to him!
That would be lovely. Much obliged.
Yeah, Luke, all you wanted to do is just get your way and nothing fucking else.
Do you want a glass as well, Ms. Wright?
Oh no, I'm fine. I really shouldn't be drinking right now.
And Luke shouldn't be either. Right now, I'm too tired for any sort of argument. I don't have the heart to scold him in public as well. I'm certainly not his mother. I just wanted to get this horrid day done with. Go home and sleep. Perhaps I'll even have a strong cuppa before I head off to bed? Yeah, that sounds nice. When Rose comes back with the champagne, I beckon her over. As I have told her partner before, I have every intent of acquiring this house. I might as well, even if I'm having second thoughts about getting it for Luke. The moment we, the Wrights, have expressed interest in this place, we've had eyes set on us. If we didn't buy it, that might as well be the signal to have busybodies gossiping about how we may or may not have lost our fortune. Regardless of the fact it is false, image is everything when dealing with these people. These are the unspoken rules for people such as ourselves. And besides, I really did like the place. Why, everything here is absolutely wonderful. What the fuck? Well, except the ugly painting in the study. That's definitely not a painting. Looks like a bad fake of an Edvard Munch painting.
Here's the deal. I'm willing to pay 10% higher than your listing price. If anyone tries to outbid us, just add another 5%.
Really?
I doubt anyone can, of course. Or, you know what? Just add 15% to the listing price, and we can sign all the paperwork now.
I guess, if that's what you want. That won't be any trouble. I don't have all the papers now. Didn't think this would be a quick sell. I'll have copies sent to you so you can look over them. And if you'd still like to finish the rest of the tour with Isabella's group, you're more than welcome to.
No, I think we're good here. We'd appreciate a private tour of the place a lot more, I think.
All right. Should I let Marianne in, then?
Marianne? Oh right, she's been waiting outside the study this whole time, hasn't she? I need to have a little chat with her to move this little mansion project forward.
Please do.
There's a look of apprehension when the other woman enters the study. Yet, like a professional, I see the moment when she steels herself and masks her worry. Admirable.
We have this project then?
Of course. Will you be needing anything from us?
Having the floor plans would be a great start, just so that I can look at them beforehand. And if you could tell me when you're available for a meeting so that I can include it in my calendar?
Oh, is a meeting really all that necessary, Marianne? I guess we can send Johans to help you out. You two can start by getting rid of this ugly painting.
I think she's been induced with the curse as well. After looking at that letter? Yeah. A hush falls upon the room at my request.
What painting?
And lo and behold, the painting is gone. In its place, a mirror stands, which leaves me at my own confused expression.
Odd. Well, no matter. Back to the topic at hand. Marianne, dear, we are simply far too busy to meet up.
Or perhaps, maybe I should? Question the need for a meeting or free up my schedule? What should I do? Free up my schedule or question the need for a meeting? What'd she do? Oh well.
But I guess we can free up a day to meet with you. I don't really need another maudlin Monday reading about Maury anyway. The book club can function without me for one day. What time shall we be seeing each other? How does lunch sound?
Besides, my house has higher priority over the book club. Why, we can hold the next meeting in this place. Surely, the beauty and grandeur of it all can inspire spirited and lively debates about whether modern-day writers could match up to the classics. I might as well clear up the rest of the week to handle my self-affairs buying the mansion requires of me. No, excuse me. Any social activity can be put off until the Ermengarde, or rather, the Wrights Mansion great debut. I'll have my fill of great parties and gatherings, especially when I organize them myself.
That sounds good. Although, with a project of this scope, we might need most of the day to tackle your concerns. A more thorough inspection of the place is also preferable.
Breakfast then! It's a date.
It's really not.
Mean.
Alright. Monday. 10 o'clock sharp. We'll see you then.
Actually, Marianne suggests that we meet at 9, but who is awake at that unholy hour? I was lucky enough to wake up this morning before Luke went all the way to Cardiff. Alright, I'm definitely gonna leave it over here. It's been far too long. Let's see, what's the relationship? Huh, looks like Marianne's up there right now. Nice. Alright, definitely gonna leave it over here. I hope Isabella's gonna be fine with that little problem with that whatever the hell that person is. And now we're on the side of Marianne right now, and to see what her perspective on this is. And it seems like she's already cursed right now because of that darn letter that apparently either Luke or no wait, it was Hannah. Sorry, Hannah. Why am I keep on saying Marianne? Oy. Yeah. So yeah, now we're on Hannah's perspective, learning about her whereabouts and all that with the mansion and all. I hope nothing bad will happen to her in the later episodes, so... Yep. Though I feel really sorry for Isabella, I hope she's gonna be okay. But anyway, thank you all for watching and hope to see you in the next episode. See you then!